Hey, 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 I am Brianna Harmon, and this is the Millennial Mommies Club, an original podcast dedicated to all of the millennial mommies out there killing the game. Whether you are single, married, or expecting, this is the place to be during your 15 minutes of downtime. Welcome to the Millennial Mommies Club.
I'm a fun mom.
I am a patient mom.
I am a conscious mom.
I'm a creative mom.
I'm a millennial mom.
What's up, mamas, and welcome back to another episode of the Millennial Mommies Club on Ebony, covering Black America Podcast Network. Now, you know, each and every week we bring you different moms that do just about everything and anything, but this is our first athlete, right? She has a beautiful baby that is from an athlete, so we are talking to an athlete mom today is what I'm going to call it. But listen, Dior is in the building with us. The beautiful, if you want your eyebrows laid and slayed and everything, this is all her. How are you, beautiful?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good, and I am excited to get into this conversation with you today. I want to go right into your journey as a mother. How has it been?
It's been amazing. I love being a mom. It's been life-changing for me. My son definitely was the best thing that happened to me. But
it comes with changes, right?
Yeah, it comes with changes.
So let's get into finding out. When you found out that you were pregnant, what did you think initially?
Oh my gosh, when I found out that I was pregnant and I peed on that stick, girl, I cried. I cried like my mom died.
Yeah.
I cried so bad.
Why?
It just was it's a shock. Like going from just bouncing around all over the place, moving around, moving and shaking how you want to, and then going to the bathroom. Because it was like my period was supposed to come on, and then I was just like, let me go to the bathroom and just take a pregnancy test. On some joking shit with my friend. And peed on the signal was positive.
What?
Yeah.
So back up a little bit. You said something that us women always deal with once we have the baby, that changing experience from being free. You were on Wildin' Out. I mean, that was something that is completely free.
But I was on Wildin' Out when I was pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, I was pregnant on Wildin' Out.
Did you know already? Or okay, so
I was fresh.
Ooh. So how was that? Being able to be on set and people knowing that, okay, she's pregnant, she's continuing to work. Did you get any backlash?
No, because nobody knew except for the couple of people that I told. But the couple of people that I told was like, you was being a bitch. I was complaining, I was nagging, I was hungry all the time, emotional, not emotional, didn't want to be here, didn't want to be there, headaches, all type of stuff, going through all that. But I stuck through.
Yeah.
Did all my episodes. I was on every episode.
Wow. Now, were you showing at all?
No, I was little. I was small. And in my brain, like when we would have to hold the signs or do the recordings, I'd be like, look at my little punch. I look so big. But I was like, girl, you're 2 days pregnant. Yeah.
So how was Wildin' Out for you, you know, being on the show and actually going through that whole experience?
It was cool. It had it, you know, it's a bunch of girls. So it had its days when it was drama, and then it had its days when it was a lot of fun. I met a lot of people, a lot of beautiful women that I still talk to this day that are so sweet. But you know,
it's time.
Yeah,
it was time. Now you shifted from Wildin' Out to now being this business entrepreneur, having your own Diamond Aesthetics, which you do with eyebrows. What was that change for you? Going from something that's like, okay, I'm on TV, I'm giving my paycheck by, you know, doing show stuff. Now I'm actually having to build my own brand and business.
Well, even though, because I started off only modeling.
Okay.
Modeling, doing music videos, doing whatever I can that was in that industry. And then when I had my son, it switched immediately. Because I felt like modeling is like, you get your income by how many things you book. Or let's say I can do a video shoot today and I could be on set for 12 hours and only pay me $100. Where as far as like now I have a baby to look after, a baby to take care of. I need to hustle. I need to make money. I need to be able to put food in his mouth, food on my table, pay my bills on time. You know, 'cause,
I know.
You know, you ain't got no baby, the bills could be a little late.
Right.
But now it's like, my son has to get fed and my lights have to stay on. So I need to find something that's going to make me money right now.
And that was what drew you towards eyebrows, to be able to say, that's what I'm going to focus on and make my money?
Well, I've always loved eyebrows. When I used to work at LA Fitness, I used to do all the ladies' eyebrows in the bathroom. And I have a body, but you probably can't tell, but I have a body full of tattoos. And so tattoos, eyebrows come together, and I started doing that.
I love that. Now, you also spoke on a point, that hustle that now is in you even more after having a baby. Were there any moments for you where you felt like, okay, I don't know how I'm about to do this. I don't know how I'm about to raise this baby. This is getting tough.
I come from two entrepreneurs. My mom was a hairstylist, my dad's a barber. Both have been doing that since they were younger. So I don't really have always kept a job. Whether I quit the next day, I always had another job lined up.
Right.
I just
kept going.
I don't never think. I just keep going.
I mean, that's a good way to be, because as a mom, you have to keep going. There is no moment where we could sleep in a little bit later.
Right.
We could leave our baby at daycare. We could go do something longer than what we expected, because we are constantly trying to figure this out with our baby.
Right.
Now, having your baby and transitioning into mom life fully, were there some difficulties there with being able to balance that business and being a mom?
Not necessarily, because I have a good amount of help. So not necessarily. The only difficulty for me was before I had him, I was a go person. Like, I can be here today, another day tomorrow. Like, always going somewhere, always just go. I don't like to sit. I don't like to sit down. I don't like to sit still. So my difficulty, and I remember this when I popped him out, and it was the first night in the hospital, and we brought him back home. The first night we brought him home, and I needed to go to Target. And I couldn't go to Target because
you just got out the hospital.
Not even that. Who's gonna watch my baby?
Oh, where was Daddy?
Daddy was. So I had him around Super Bowl.
Okay.
So Daddy was
working
here at Super Bowl.
Oh,
so
wow.
he was working, and then he had to go back because they had a parade because they had won the Super Bowl, and it just was. I'm like, okay, like I had help. Like my mom was coming, and then his mom helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
So, but on the days when it was just me and him, I'm like, I need to go to Target. I need to go do something. Yeah. I can't do anything because who's going to watch my baby?
Yeah. So, okay, during Super Bowl, in and out, being there by yourself, was there any time of like depression or sadness?
Absolutely.
How'd you get through it? What did that feel like?
It felt dark.
Yeah.
It felt like, oh, why the fuck do he get to be doing all this shit and I'm at home with the baby? That's how I felt.
Was there any jealousy?
Absolutely.
What were you jealous about?
That he got to, because I can't move and shake anymore. But now Dad gets to move and shake, but Mom is stuck at home.
Now, did that cause turbulence in the relationship when he came back in town, or when he got back and you were like, I want to be outside now? And
it did, because, you know, he went from Super Bowl, going out, going back to Boston for parades, trips, and trying to go on other trips. And I had to be like, whoa, you going on a trip? What about us?
Yeah.
And so after a few snapping and a few going off, you know, we ended up going, all of us went to Miami together. And so that gave me like a chance to get out of the house and breathe.
Now, this may be a little touchy, but the relationship. I mean, you guys currently aren't together. What, not necessarily what was the cause, but what were some of those reasons that kind of made that family not stick? As in you, your baby, and him.
I mean, you know, typical athlete stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's real. We got my mamas. Y'all know what it's like when you have an athlete. So I get it. I completely understand. Which, for me, that will be the hardest thing to deal with. To be able to still look at my baby knowing that I hate your daddy right now. Or you look like your daddy, and now I'm even more upset.
No, I don't. And I know it be moms who look at their babies and be like, but I don't look at my son like that.
I love that.
But, I mean, we just, you know,
I mean, look, break it down for us, because I know I've dated an athlete before, right? So I know what it comes with. But now you're bringing a baby into this picture. Do you ever feel like sometimes, or did you feel like I had to stick it and make it work stick with it because I have a baby, even though I'm sad, mad, miserable.
Yes. I mean, just because like me and him have been together for so long. He's not necessarily all I know, but he's really all I know. He's the only consistent person that I know. And now we have a baby together, so it's kind of like, who else you gonna work it out with? But besides the person who knows you more better than you know yourself.
Yeah.
But
life goes on. And stuff happens, and you move forward, and you get through it.
And sometimes that be a little like, do I let this shit happen again? Is it da-da-da-da? But
what about setting the example for your son?
Ooh.
I know that's tough. I know. But setting that example to be able to show happiness, unhappiness, how to treat a woman, how not to treat them. We're not bashing. We're not bashing by any means, but just dealing with that. Because for me, I left because if we're not sleeping together all the time, if we're not showing them happiness and love, I have 2 girls.
Right.
I need them to see what love looks like and what love feels like. So for you, what was that moment?
We do though, because we don't too much argue. We don't too much argue in front of kids. We just we get into it, we try to like fix it with like happy smiles, and I be cussing him, and I'm like, it's like I'm talking loud right now.
Yeah.
Like, we're not gonna do this in front of the kids.
I feel that.
But don't get me wrong, there are times that we have like a little explosions in front of kids, but it's nothing crazy to where my kids are like, or it's gonna ruin anything. Because my son loves seeing us together. He's so happy when we're together.
How does that make you feel?
It made me feel good.
I mean, I get it. And look, it brings some piece of joy.
And that probably is a lot of the times why, we kind of be sticking it out, because, we see how happy it makes our kids when they see how happy we are together. They be like, oh, I love, because we be at home and he be like, I miss daddy so much. But when he's at home and we're all together, we have a lot of fun together.
Yeah. I could see that also being a little tough, though, because in the moments where you're like, do I really want to be here? Am I staying through just for the kids? How do you separate that feeling? Because that was my hardest thing as well, feeling like if I'm going to be here just for them, I'm going to continue to be unhappy. So when do you choose yourself?
So I don't have no problem choosing myself. I have no problem choosing myself. And people will tell you that about me. A little so. Just a little bit.
But I mean, that's good, because sometimes after having kids, you are questioning that worth and that value because you don't know what's happening in this relationship. And now I'm trying to look for you to validate me still being beautiful, still me looking and being that woman that I used to be.
Right.
So I can understand that being a piece of, I got to get that back. You ever lost yourself?
I have. I definitely have lost myself a lot. Because I'm like, I don't know if that's like a Libra thing. I don't know if you're into signs, but
not too much.
A little Libra thing, like, may not even be a Libra thing. It may be a Dior thing. But like, when I love somebody, I be loving them too hard. Like, too damn hard. Where I be losing myself and I be focusing on making them happy and then be forgetting about myself. But once I come to, it's not about you anymore.
Yeah.
You're done. You're absolutely done.
So, okay. We'll stop there and we'll come back and talk about some more. But listen, we're going to take a short break. You guys are listening to the Millennial Mommies Club on Ebony, covering Black America Podcast Network.
You are listening to the Ebony, covering Black America Podcast Network.
What's up, mamas, and welcome back to the Millennial Mommies Club. As you guys saw before the break, we are sitting with the beautiful Dior, owner of Diamond Aesthetics, and we talked a little bit about the baby daddy. We talked about the mom Dior. Let's talk about the boss Dior. Being able to say, look, I can get it and still have a baby at the same time. Was there ever a time, or do you have any advice? Let's take it there first. Any advice for moms who are trying to juggle that balance?
You can do it. Don't ever think that you can't. You literally can. Like, I started off only working on Sundays and Mondays. Literally.
Yeah.
Only time from 7 o'clock in the morning until 6.
Was that something that you said? and then you ended up growing beyond that?
At that time, when I was working at that time, I didn't really have, we were still figuring schedules and everything like that out and a whole bunch of blah, 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 but I had him all the time. So at that point, it was just, that was the only time my mom could help me watch him. So the whole rest of the week, he was with me. So then I went to Mondays. So then I got Sundays and Mondays, and that's all I did for months and built all my clientele that way.
Let me ask you this. When it comes to the business and trying to juggle time, do you ever have a bit of mom guilt where you're like, okay, I'm working too much, or he's with grandma or daddy too much?
No, so we have a good schedule in place for that, and that honestly helps me out a lot. But when I do have him, no, I started off working Monday through Sunday, literally from 9 a.m. until 6 or 5. But I said, I got to take off on these weekends. So I cut my weekends out. And now, he goes to daycare because he wasn't going to daycare either. Now he goes to daycare. So daycare honestly helped me out a lot.
Were you homeschooling or you just were
I had
home with
nannies
them?
at home.
Okay.
And my mom would watch him. But daycare has helped out a lot because now he goes, when he gets up in the morning, he goes to school. And right when he goes to school, I leave to go to work. And then I cut my schedule off clients. If y'all late, sorry, you can't come. Gotta go home.
Y'all killing me. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all killing me with these little rules, but I love it because it's true. But going to a booking site and seeing 10,000 rules,
yes,
I'd be like, why?
Real
quick, why?
Because people will play on your time. I cannot express this as much as I'm going to express it right now. People will play so bad on your time. Because I teach classes, I've had girls, because when I teach classes, I block off 7 hours. So I used to block off 7 hours. Now it's 10 hours. I mean, my class is longer. And they'll book a friggin' class and don't even show up.
So now you blocked
my
off
whole
that whole
day
time.
Is blocked off, and I could have had clients this day, or I could have been at home.
Yeah. No, I feel
and
that.
now I come to work. I mean, now I can go home, but
I guess what kills me sometimes is when, not to say you, but the stylist does it or the person does it you made the appointment. I know you don't call me right before I'm supposed to be to you and tell me, hey, I can't come today.
Now sometimes that does happen, but I'm one thing about me, I can be very, very, very professional. So if it's something on my part, I'll either give you half off or I do your eyebrows for free.
That's good.
But I know some girls be like, girl, I can't come in.
Right, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
no refund on your deposit.
Late, show up late and don't even tell you that they're showing up. No, I tell my clients, girl, I'm running behind. Something is going on. I'll be there shortly, or can you come in at this time? I'll ask all that stuff first because I'm not that's a little fucked up to just not.
So it seems like your schedule is super tight and busy. How do you date? Or how do you find time?
When I get off work. When I get off work on my off days, or when he's gone.
Yeah. What's the dating life been like for you transitioning into going back to dating? For real, because I'm telling you, going back to dating, I felt like, number one, am I still gonna get back with him? So how deep do I date? Am I getting flued out to go with him, the dude, or am I just meeting you in the city for little lunches and dinners? I didn't know how far to go with getting back into the dating scene.
So we had broke up for 2 years, and I had dated, and it was cool. It was fun, but Atlanta sucks.
Say that again.
It's not the fun place to date.
Say that.
Dating is not. I feel like dating is not really hard because there's so many niggas. But
you think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think they're shitty.
Okay, I was about to say.
They're shitty, but there's a lot of them. So I don't think dating is hard. I think finding the right guy is hard.
Yeah. But you're not finding them in Atlanta.
No.
Because there's nothing here.
No.
From what I've experienced, seen, whatever.
I found a few. I feel like when you go older men are better.
What's older?
Maybe 40 and above.
Okay. Do you like men who have kids?
It
Depends.
Yeah, it depends. It depends.
Okay. What about dating younger? I just saw a post, but I saw a post the other day where the lady said dating younger is better right now.
She probably was 40.
She was about 32.
No.
She said
Never.
dating younger is better.
Never.
I think her reasoning, as I was reading comments, her reasoning was more because she can, quote unquote, mold them, teach them, show them.
That's what I don't want to do. Being younger. That's why I'm trying to date older.
Because you want to be able to have it already given to you.
Yes.
Okay. I can understand that.
Older men, they're so some can't be mature, but they know what they want.
Yeah.
sometimes it's a little too much. They know what they want. Like, they be ready to get married too fast. And they be like, whoa, I'm used to my age where they still play games a little bit.
I want to play a little bit.
I want to play a little bit of games. But no, they be, you know, I had one where they call me early in the morning, left me a nice, sweet voice messages. Have a good day, baby.
Keith Sweat, little dark, little sexy voice.
And honestly, I felt like, it's a little
Creepy.
weird.
Creepy.
But now, you know, when you go back to the shit that you've been dealing with, you be like, damn, you can appreciate stuff like that.
Yeah. Would you, some of these athletes, women, the mom, the baby mamas, the girlfriends, whatever, they're willing to go polyamorous because of the fact that he gonna cheat anyway, so I might as well have an open relationship. Would you have an open relationship?
No.
Why?
They're dumb.
Why? I'm not saying that I would. I'm just asking why not if he's...
Let me not say they're dumb. Let me take that back. That's kind of mean.
Okay.
They're not dumb, because some people do choose the poly life. Like, kudos to you. But no, I'm not giving a man
the right
to go have sex with somebody just to keep him around. He can go.
Yeah.
You can go be with somebody who either likes the polyamorous, or you can just go be with somebody else. I want somebody who's strictly for me and for me only.
I appreciate that. I think that's true.
I don't do threesomes. I don't do none of that.
I was going to ask that next. You ever been into none of that with him or any man?
No.
No? Is that just a preference, or is that more so because...
I don't like girls.
Okay.
And no. I don't like to share my man. Am I cussing too much? I was going to say, I don't like to share dick.
Listen, it's raw. Okay. It is what it is. And I don't like to share my man either, so I truly understand.
I don't like to share dick. That's nasty.
That is, yeah. That's the way to put it. I can say that. But, I mean, now shifting into having to be thinking and cognizant of your son growing up, what are some things that you as a mom feel like you should instill in a boy, like having a son?
Respect for women. I want him to be loyal. I want him to be really good to his woman. I want him to be so sweet, so passionate, so loving, so caring. I want him to just treat his woman like a queen.
Yeah.
I want him to treat all women like a queen. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
don't want to raise an asshole son.
What did Summer Walker say? Oh my goodness. And that, was it Summer Walker? And that song, that album that she put out when she was like, I'm going to slap you gotta slap your mama first.
Yeah, slap your mama first.
I gotta slap your mama first for raising you like that.
Yes, I want people to know that I raised my son the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like, would you want a girl? Like, would you have another baby?
I actually really, really, really wanted a girl. I thought my son was going to be a girl. I didn't have no boy clothes picked out, no boy names, no nothing. I knew he was a girl. And went to the doctor's appointment, he was a boy.
Oh, let's talk about the doctor's appointment, the delivery. What was your delivery like having your son?
My delivery was actually really good.
Oh.
He came out in 5 pushes, 15 minutes.
Lucky you.
And it was a piece of cake. The day before, we...
What? Had sex like they told you to? That's what you did?
I actually had sex in my doctor's appointment.
At the doctor's appointment? Before you had the baby? Yes! Go back. How did you do that?
It was after my doctor's appointment. It was like...
In the garage, in the parking lot?
It was in the doctor's office.
You trifling. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's trifling right now.
So she told us we was 1 centimeter dilated. And I said, no. She's like, you gotta go home. I said, absolutely not. So we did everything to get him out. So we started fucking in the doctor's appointment. And before, when she walked out, we fucked in there. We went to Dave & Buster's. We ran around Dave & Buster's, jumped around. We walked around the mall 7 times, back and forth, up and down the stairs 7 times. Dave & Buster's after that. Sorry, the mall first, then it was Dave & Buster's. Jumped around, Dance Revolution 1,000,001 times. Had sex again. Then we got home. I was bleeding. And I was like, oh, I was going to go to the hospital. And then I got to the hospital. I was like, fuck, why did I do this? Because I'm not ready to have this baby. Because I was so ready to get him out.
How far did you go? Like,
it was the day
full
before
term?
Day before his, he came the day before his due date.
So you were pretty much 40 weeks all the way.
Yeah. And then she was like, well, you're due tomorrow, so we might as well just induce you.
Yeah.
So they gave me Pitocin. My water broke at 12 the next day.
You went vaginal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I said, because every day I went to my doctor's appointment, they give you, at Northside, they give you this form to fill out or closer till you get to your delivery.
Okay.
They start giving you forms to just like how you want what you want in there. I kept writing on the paper, do not give me a C-section, and I want an epidural. I need my epidural or anesthesiologist, whatever you call it. at the door. And he was at the door. He was waiting on me to say I was ready.
You didn't even want to try doing it without it.
Absolutely not.
Some women really want to. They want to do water births. They want to try to say, hey, I'm a strong woman who's going to give my baby everything.
No.
I got epidural twice, so trust me.
Then I had preeclampsia.
I did too. But I had a C-section though because I had preeclampsia. So they gave me a C-section.
I told them, y'all better not give me a C-section or I'm going to fight. No C-section. So they gave me magnesium sulfate. So that made me feel really groggy. And
bring your blood pressure down a little bit?
Okay. Feel really. Now, I think they were just saying I had preeclampsia because my blood pressure was so high because I'm a worry wart. I get very, very nervous very, very fast. And I'm in the hospital, I was just already anxious. So I don't know if that's why it was shooting up like that. But gave me the drugs, Pitocin, then the epidural, pushed him out in the 5 minutes. Trent was not, sorry, am I supposed to say his name?
Look, they know who you are. Y'all done been in the vlogs. Y'all done been everywhere. We know who he is.
Trent was like, you better push that baby out. Because I was like, I was pushing him out so hard. I almost passed out.
Oh my goodness.
He kept telling me, push him out.
Yeah.
And so he popped out. He was 8 pounds, 1 ounce. And the epidural made me itch. So then they had to put Benadryl in there.
Ooh.
And so it was cool after that.
Life went on. Y'all went home.
Yeah.
Baby was good. Yeah. Did you have any weight gain? You're tiny. Like real tiny.
I was all belly. 7 pounds. That's it.
Extra weight that you had?
So before I had him, I was 125. And then at my, whatever my final weight was, being pregnant, was 168.
God bless you.
And then now I'm stuck at 133.
I gained literally 32 pounds.
Really?
32
I wanted him to give me weight so bad.
No.
But he gave me nothing.
So let's talk about post-baby body changes. Did you feel at any point like, okay, I got stretch marks or my boobs don't look the same, my body doesn't look right? Did you go through any surgeries?
I had no stretch marks. Okay. Actually, I got like one little one on my belly button, and I did scratch a lot, surprisingly. I was like...
You oiled, though?
Yeah, but then closer to the end, I didn't care. I just scratched, no oil, no nothing. My stomach got really, really black. I did get the black stomach, but that went away as I started to exercise again.
Okay.
My boobs, of course, from breastfeeding. I only breastfed for 3 weeks because I was like, no. And then my boobs turned into deflated balloons, so I went and got my boobs done.
Why?
Because I want big titties. I'm like into stuff like that, though.
Okay.
Like,
but you went small. Your boobs look great, but like you went small. You didn't.
I actually didn't go small.
They fit you.
Yeah, I actually had.
Me, I have nothing.
No. You had boobs. I had no boobs.
Okay,
they were even smaller than yours.
So as soon as you, I'm sure you filled up with milk, but then right after,
they probably looked like this with the milk, and then when the milk would go down, they would look deflated, and I'll be like, "This is so ugly," and so. I got my boobs done. Okay.
Any other surgeries? So time out. You got your boobs done for your own self appreciation. Did you ever feel like you had to do it for him?
No.
No? I know some women are trying to please them. I know other women got all these nice titties, so I got to get mine done too.
No.
And then you got, what else after that?
My lips.
What was the reason behind?
I want big lips.
you're just like big. You're. So are we getting the butt done next too?
I did want to get my butt done, but I said no. I'll just keep going to the gym.
Yeah, I feel like you have such a cute little shape, and you're so small that if you did get your butt done, you would be like one of them little ants.
I don't even want my butt done. I want like my hip dips filled.
Okay.
So I thought about getting like filler in my hip dips, but that's about it.
I just always find it. So I'm scared. I'm scared to go under anything. Like I want my boobs done.
Oh, I was so scared to go under the knife. But my Dr. Bauer at the Swan Center is where I went.
Okay.
And the best decision I made. They were everybody in the office, I felt like you ever seen the Stepford Wives where everybody was just so nice in the Stepford Wives? Well, this was the movie, and when Nicole came in, and everybody in there was just so happy and that's how it is in there. And I signed up that day when I went.
Yeah, and the recovery was smooth.
So when I went to get my boobs done, I was so nervous. They're like, you're going to be fine. They give you this shot in your IV or whatever that's called like a cocktail, and it makes you feel like you just had 2 glasses of wine. so it calms your nerves completely.
Before they do the surgery. Okay.
They rolled me in there. They asked me one question. They said, "What?" They said, "Where you been on vacation?" I said, "Cat."
You was out.
I was out. I didn't think I was, and that's my first surgery. So I was like, damn, I didn't know they was going to put me out that fast. It literally was like waking up from taking a nap. And they were calling my name like, Dior. And I woke up and I was in so much pain.
Wow. I mean, I commend you. I'm scared.
But BBLs is like you're literally on your knees for 3 months, but boobs only takes 2 weeks.
2 weeks to recover?
Yeah.
I can maybe get my boobs done.
You can.
What's his name? Dr. Who?
Dr. Bauer.
Dr. Bauer. I need to go check him out. Because I'm thinking BBL recovery. Like, I'm about to be bleeding and
absolutely not.
tight
and depending
and
on
all
your
type
size
of stuff.
that you go, I got big. So, like, he tried to give me some itty-bitties. I said, do not do that.
I can't believe you keep saying big. That has to be a C.
It is a C.
Right. Girl.
This is 475 cc's.
Okay, you were really small.
Yes,
you were really tiny.
They were trying to put little 300s in there, and I said, don't do that to me. And
Okay.
he actually went bigger in my, like, when I was asleep, he actually put in a bigger implant than I asked for, because I asked for 450.
Oh, that's a good size.
But now I
right
want
there.
500.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I think you are fine right there. It's beautiful. It's good. No, ma'am. So was this after, this was obviously after your son. So what was it like trying to juggle that with him
My mom
recovering?
helped me.
Okay.
My mom helped me a lot. I went to my mom's house, and she just watched him the entire time for me while I was upstairs. I couldn't even, my brother had to, help me sit up to eat because I went big. So when you go smaller, you can move when you go smaller. But when you get big boobs, it stretches out this skin and this muscle completely. So, it hurts all the way from your back all the way up to your neck. So, I couldn't even, I couldn't lift my body and couldn't do anything for maybe a week and a half. Closer to the end of the 2 weeks, I was able to move and do stuff.
Okay. Well, it's been truly an honor and a pleasure to sit here and just talk to you about your mom's journey. Please let all of our guests know where they can find you, support you, keep up with you. Because, girl, you first of all, you funny. Second of all, I need them to see if those boobs get bigger just as much as I need to see if they get bigger. Let them know where to find you.
You can find me at Dior Marzette on Instagram. And if you want to get your eyebrows done, it's at Diamond Aesthetics, Aesthetics with the underscore at the end. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I also want to do something for the moms.
Okay.
So I would love to go ahead and try to kind of coordinate with you on giving one free mom an opportunity to get their eyebrows done.
Okay.
So moms, we'll put something in the comments. We'll put something that you have to do following us, following Dior as well. And we'll try to set you up to get you your eyebrows done. I've never gotten them done, but I would love to see y'all journey while you guys get them done. But listen, it was truly an honor. We want to thank you so much here at the Millennial Mommies Club.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun.
Yay. And mamas, we'll see you next week for another episode of the Millennial Mommies Club on Ebony, covering Black America Podcast Network. What's up, mamas? On today's episode, I wanted to highlight a really dope business and be able to give them an opportunity to shout out their brand. Not only that, the new launch of the hoodie, Black Women Deserve Better. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them about the business and where they can find the hoodie.
Of course. My name is Antoine Taylor. My company's called The Cause International. As you can see, Black women deserve better. We really don't need to say too much on that. It's point blank, period. You can reach us, shop with us at The Cause International. You can find us at thecauseint.com. And just a little background of what we do. We customize apparel, have our own streetwear line. But the profits that we make, we travel around the world and we install water filtration systems.
I love that.
Thank you.
What are some of the places you've been to?
So we just came back from Kenya. We went to a village with 7,000 people. We didn't have running water, so we installed a filtration system there. We installed water filters in Guatemala. We've given back to Southside Chicago, Detroit, Skid Row, Flint, Michigan. In the past 5 years, we have donated over $100,000 to impoverished communities all over the world.
That's beautiful. And he cares about us Black women. So mamas, please go out and make sure you take a look at Black Women Deserve Better hoodies and have fun with that. All right, mamas, see you next time.